NRL Grand Final is less than 72 hours away and everything hinges on today's case numbers out of the state. Just one mystery case with unknown links could see more restrictions imposed on the southeast. A lockdown has not been ruled out. The Premier and the Chief Medical Officer have locked down on a lot less cases that we're seeing right now. The NRL already has a reduced capacity to 75%. Any further reduction could see the game postponed. Now, Peter Gleeson says the next best option is to move it to Townsville, but Townsville too is on alert after an infected pilot travelled there and was infectious in the community. Let's go live now to Peter Gleeson, our Queensland editor. The media conference is in less than an hour. What are you hearing about the case numbers?
Well, we haven't heard anything as right at this point, Laura, because they keep those very closely guarded. But look, the entire nation, I think, is on tenterhooks right now, not just Queensland, because as Peter Gleeson said earlier today, the game will only be postponed if the government bans fans from attending. Now, the only way the government is going to ban fans from attending is to enter into a lockdown. So yesterday we saw the numbers spiral up to 6. Community transmission in 2 of those cases. So, you know, that is a concern. But look, this game is, you know, a big showpiece for Queensland. I think the Premier would be absolutely hesitant and reluctant to in any way plunge the state or plunge southeast Queensland into lockdown. But she has said all the way through this pandemic, Laura, that she takes the advice of the Chief Health Officer, Jeanette Young. And if Jeanette Young sees the figures this morning and suggests that, you know, the southeast Queensland needs to go into a lockdown, well, that's exactly what will happen.
Yes, and we know that she has done it on a lot less. She's under pressure also to open borders to other states. She keeps on saying that she's waiting on modelling from National Cabinet. The agenda is out today and there's no new modelling. It's just really an update. Do we know yet what she's talking about and what she will do, what numbers she needs to make a call either way?
Laura, her suggestion that she's going to rely on the Doherty Institute modelling has always been a furphy. This government does not want to open the borders. It's as simple as that. It has one big KPI, and that is to keep Delta out of Queensland. It was re-elected last year off the back of keeping Queenslanders safe. And the other thing about the Doherty Institute modelling, Laura, is that whenever they grab it, they always use the worst case scenario to ram home the point that the borders should be closed. If she was fair income, she'd be using the least case scenario, the case where people go, yes, let's get on with opening up the borders. I think today's National Cabinet will be a very interesting meeting, Laura, because I think you'll have the recalcitrants like McGowan and Palaszczuk trying to push back on border openings. But, you know, that's the $64 million question right now in Queensland. Will the borders be open for Christmas? The state is on track to hit 80% double vaccination by December 5, so that will be a crucial date. But the mail out of George Street is that she does not want to open these borders.
Yeah, OK, well, we'll see, and there'll be some questions to her about that and whatever today's case numbers are just after 10 a.m.